All right, everybody, welcome back for another episode of Ask a Vet, people. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys stopping by for another episode. The support has been absolutely amazing. And already that boy Anthony Washington giving a shout out to a T Moody.
Hey!
So for those of you, just a quick little recap. For those of you that were not here for last week's episode, we did Ask a Drill Instructor. And, we had a whole panel of drill instructors that was on there. And it was absolutely amazing, very fun, very entertaining. And we are just absolutely privileged that we were able to put on a show for you guys. So with that being said, today, we're definitely going to give you a show again, people. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. I think that was like one of our best ones. That one was the most comical because I keep going back. I keep looking at the clips on the page, right, and I'm laughing my butt off, and I'm like, man. But then again, you put a whole bunch of hats in a room together, you're going to get some funny stuff. So
acting a goddamn fool, too. Well, hey, like I said, everybody, welcome back, and I appreciate all the support on all the clips and from the YouTube videos to all the clips on Instagram and on Facebook. And speaking of Instagram, for those of you that don't know, you know what I'm saying, we may have created a page, you know what I'm saying? Hey, maybe. So if y'all can do us a huge favor, you know what I'm saying, go to Ask a Vet 1775 on Instagram. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hit that follow button. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do what you got to do with that, you know? Wow. Do what you got to do. Well, we highly appreciate it because I would say Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday, we set a goal for milestones that we wanted to reach, and we were trying to hit 30. I think right now we just hit 29 today. So within like 4 days that we had it is not bad at all. But if you guys can at some point, whether it's now or by the end of the stream, if y'all can go ahead to the Instagram and hit that follow, highly appreciate it.
Speaking of Instagram numbers, let's go over these Facebook numbers.
Wow.
I know I went on the freaking live and I gave some daggone instructions, man. We sitting at 454. We need to get to 4. So you telling me they gaffing me off? That womp mean they gaffing me, man. I flipped this whole computer over right now. Now, hey, I see y'all joining and we loving it. I see the love. We see everybody inviting people, posting it on their page. Hey, keep doing that. Keep doing it. We're trying to build this and make this go further than we imagine. We want to get it out there. We want more veterans to come on. We want more veterans to see it. You know, I said it last week, 22 ain't enough. This right here is a movement, and this is we're catapulting into a whole nother freaking level. So you got to do your part. We're going to do our part. Get people on here, get them to join so they can watch, they can see, and they can follow and catch all the greatness that's about to come out of this.
Absolutely. And if you guys can, not only share this feed out, but when you guys do, if you can tag like 5 people on it, even on like the Instagram, if you can just tag any 5 people you know that would possibly enjoy this content, that will help us out tremendously. Think about all you guys tagging 5 people. So please, if we can do that, that'd be absolutely amazing. So let's go on to some shout outs real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to some shout outs. So a specific shout out I want to give, and I'm going to kind of give you guys a quick criteria of it. The shout out I want to give is somebody that's not only constantly sending comments on our feeds, giving us positive feedback, whether good or bad, things we need to improve on, people that are purchasing our gear, just those that just we feel that are supporting us throughout the time. And we're going to try to do it separately for every week. So if you're, next week you decide to, support us hard, then that following one, we want to make sure we give a shout out. So I want to give a big shout out to my boy, Tyler Smith. I actually met him in Camp Pendleton. He was a doc. He got out, but very good basketball player. The guy always supports, whether I'm getting 1 like or 1,000 likes. He's always one of the first ones on there. So ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Smith. And with that being said, we also have another recognition that we like to give to the people. And that recognition is our very first top fan. And yeah, absolutely. Our very, very, very first top fan. And the criteria for top fan, once again, is someone that, and now this is from our Facebook page, our Ask a Vet. So it's somebody that's constantly showing engagement, somebody that is constantly supporting, like I said, good or bad comments, and just showing love on the feeds. So that's going to be, I would like to give a warm welcome to the one, the only, Anthony Washington. Appreciate you, Anthony, man. We see you, bro. We see you. Thank you.
I got a bone to pick with old Tony, but I'll talk about that offline. He just knows something coming. Can I give some shout outs to the people that's in the house right now?
Hey,
hey, Samantha, Guy, Albert, Angelbert, my bad, old Moonjos, and Anthony, Kimar, Alicia, Tasha Mitchell, Kenny, Mendoza. Who else I got? Freaking Ashley, Leland, freaking Doc Del Pilar, Leland White, freaking Bynum, Josh, Revis, Nadia. Who else I got? Brooke, Gary Sneer, one of my freaking repeat offenders. That's my boy. That's my shipmate through and through. My shipmate shows up for every show.
Hey, shout out to that.
Love it.
Hey, we need more like, hey, he's coming from that top fan spot. Hey, Anthony, don't be lacking, bro.
He trying to catch it. He's trying to catch it.
He's trying to catch you lacking. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me throw out some shout outs of my own. So I know yours tends to be a little bit more busier than mine, but I think Anthony's on both of our feeds. So Anthony Washington, you get another shout out. Hey, you the only one rocking that top fan badge, bro. You the only one. Shout out to that boy Pinnock. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Pinnock's also a repeat shower. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you some love for that. Thanks, Pinnock. I'm surprised you ain't top fan next to him. Stephen Benefield, thank you so much. Appreciate you showing up. Isis Mendoza. And that's for the list that we got right now in the chats.
Hey, let me hit something right here because I just got one of those memes where they be looking at you funny from Miss Joanna Mendoza. She was one of the instructors at DI school when I went through. Hey, I'm at parade rest right now. I'm sorry, my bad, my bus.
No, that's something to say for.
Yeah, she wasn't the one. She wasn't the one to mess with. That's Mama
If there
Mendoza
wasn't one, it wasn't her.
That's Mama Mendoza. She took care of us, though.
That's
Keep
awesome.
it rolling.
Shout out to her. And we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Every single individual one of you guys means the world to us, especially the ones that continuously support us. So thank you very much. All right, so right now we want to go over a couple future goals that we have. And as we mentioned before in some of the previous shows, we have our Operation Give Back that's actually coming really soon. I'm just saying, some might be in the mail. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some just might be in that mailbox. So I'm going to be checking by it every day for the next few days. But the whole concept behind it, for those of you that wasn't here and don't know, what we're trying to do is a 30-day as much money as we can raise, and the goal is a minimum of 100 shirts sold. So the money, the majority of the proceeds from that, or actually all the proceeds from that 30 days is going to a specific veteran. We ain't gonna say who it is yet. Y'all gonna have to stick around and find out, but we're gonna eventually tell you who it is. But the whole goal is we want to give back to veterans because our entire platform was literally built on giving back to veterans. So that is what we're out to do. And you know what I'm saying? Make sure when we do start, I'm going to wear the design on the show first. You know what I'm saying? Got to let y'all know what the merch be. And please push that out as much as possible because what we're doing right now is bigger than us. And it's only going to get bigger from there. So please, when y'all see them Operation Give Back shirts, show us some love, peoples.
Say it's been hard. You can't Chris can't keep a secret. Okay? So I applaud him for being as calm as he is. Because I'm like, Chris, look, the shirts are being made. Don't say anything. They're like, no, but I want to. No.
Yeah.
Don't say shit. Not yet. I'm like, but I'm glad he being good right now. He's doing what he needs to do. Keep his mouth closed. But yeah, when they hit it, y'all gonna love it. It's well worth it. We put a lot of thought into it. So
absolutely straight fire. I promise you, y'all. Hey, they gonna sell out like hotcakes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better get ready, because they gonna be hot off the press.
Literally.
You want to get the next one? You want me to get it?
What's that? Oh,
for future goals.
So, ask a vet. So now we're looking for our artist recruits. That's what we're looking for. Hey, Ask a Vet needs we need a design. We have something right now, but I know somebody's out there that's got something way more cooler, something that speaks a lot about what you've seen thus far and how we interact with each other, how we interact with you guys, what we're about, and maybe you can take that and develop a concept and run forward with it. Hey, we're looking for you. So if you got them artistic skills and you doing your thing, you can doodle it up and draw it up. Freaking, hey, drop us something. Drop us a line. Show us your artwork. Tell us what you got. And hey, that might be the one. If it's the one, we'll create the shirt. Matter of fact, I'm going to say this right here, right now, Chris. We decide this is the one we want, and we're going to pick it. We'll freaking pull, let's say, top 3. Out of the top 3, whoever wins, you'll get a shirt and a freaking mug. We'll do that.
One of them things?
One of them things. One of them things.
Hey, that's some good juju right there. Some good juju on this beat. You know what I'm saying?
Juju on that beat?
Yeah. Hey, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying, we're going to keep those good things up. So you guys can actually contact us at askavet1775@gmail.com. If you go to our Facebook, there's a button that says email. Go ahead and email us. Let us know. Put in whatever drawing that you got. It doesn't have to be all the way fully done or fully mastered yet. Just we're building off of concepts at this point. And, you know, eventually you want to finish it, get that color in there so we can see what the whole thing look like. But give us what you can, and we're going to definitely we'll do some kind of third place, second place, and first place, and we'll announce it on air as well. And then we're going to obviously do some type of promotion for you guys and shout you guys out. So that's definitely something special. Thanks you, T, on that. So the next thing I want to speak about is what we have going on next week. So we try to front load all this stuff, and we're going to let you let you guys know a few things at the end. But for next week's show, people, we're actually going to start promotion, if not tomorrow, then the next day. But next week's going to be Ask a Recruiter. So make sure y'all bring y'all recruiter friends. Anybody that got something they want to ask a recruiter, and get them in the chat.
Let me tell you.
Hey,
for my recruiters out there, now come on now. Y'all see me out there. We've been pushing.
Ooh.
I've been pushing. Y'all been seeing me post about them concrete warriors. So we ready for this one.
They're starting to catch on to our things that we doing now. They see us put them posts out. They're like, we know what they gonna do. You don't know.
Come on now. But I've been brushing up on my MC3 skills. So you know what I'm saying? I'm ready for this conversation. Friggin' close the deal. You know what I'm saying? I've been brushing up. I don't want to tell y'all too much.
Yeah, don't give them too much now, because then they ain't gonna come back. So do you want to go over the future designs, or you want me to hit that one?
Yeah, you got that.
Okay, so with our Operation Give Back, I don't want to go too far in the future because, you know what I'm saying, we got some other stuff in store, but, you know, T. Moody said I got to keep my lips zipped. But what I can tell you is we're actually, not only are we creating, like, you know, we want people to create a logo for us, but we're going to start creating our own line of clothing and apparel, and it's going to constantly build from there as we build our brand. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be huge. Like I said, we have a lot of people working. We're building a team as we go. So, you know what I'm saying? We're constantly raising the bar when it comes to this brand stuff. So, all right. So I got a few more shout outs in the chat. I just want to hit on real quick. So the last person I left off was Anthony Washington. Hey, you just getting all type of love today, huh, Anthony? Hey, let's give it one more time for Anthony Washington. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can never get too much love. But I do want to give a shout out to Jake Dusek. Appreciate it. One of my recruits. Kelsey, appreciate you. Thank you so much. She said, what's up? I say, what's up? First time viewer here. Hey, James Kim, first time viewer. Are you serious?
There you go.
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
I said, Wolf is watching too. Hey, appreciate the love. Thank you so much.
Hey,
Mo
those are my
RS.
candidates.
What's that?
I say those were my candidates. We had a good chow this afternoon, had some lunch with them, got an opportunity to speak to these young lieutenants, find out, is what we gave them at OCS, what did it prepare them? So big shout outs to them. I'm glad they're watching. It's full of support. Freaking A, Gunny got love for the little lieutenant. Thank you.
Hey, Gunny got love for the lieutenant. All right. Mo RS says, ooh, ooh. And then Richard Palacio said, I can get you one. And that's all from my side. What you got over there?
Shoot. Julia Day, Doc Day out there doing the daggone thing. That's my girl right there. Oh, Anthony Duran on the line.
Hey.
Who else we got? Christopher Lopez. Oh, Lopez, my boy. Tisha Knickerbocker. Hey, that was one of my recruits back in the day. Okay. Way back in the day. So they loading up in here. We ready.
All right. Get situated. So like I said, for those of you that have not joined any of our shows, Ask a Vet is actually where, we try to take ideas from you guys or actually get whatever questions you guys have, and we try to make it flow within the conversation. So, hey, if we accidentally skip over you or something because it's in a pile, hey, we sorry. You know what I'm saying? We sorry, but we're going to do our best to get to you. So, what you got?
Yo, so Lopez over here being a comedian. He know good and daggone well what Ask a Vet mean. My dude is talking about some. He said, so I have a 2-year-old Pomeranian mix. She's hyper aggressive and doesn't like strangers. How do I introduce them to new people without causing them stress? This ain't Ask a Veterinarian, brother.
Hey, I got something for you, Chris.
Give him the womp womp. Give him that womp womp. Give him.
Sit your tail down somewhere, bro.
Love it. That's his humor. I love him and I miss him dearly.
That is absolutely amazing. So, like I said, for those of you that have never been on the Ask a Vet show, you guys have not seen us live, you know what I'm saying? We little clowns. We like to have some fun, entertain the people. But if you guys have any type of questions about the topics we're actually speaking about, drop it in the chat, and we're going to do our best to go to it. And actually, today when we do just myself and T, we actually freestyle a lot of categories out the top of the dome piece. You know what I'm saying? And we mix in a little bit of writtens. But we also like to take in consideration what you guys want to talk about. We try to keep it within the same topic. But you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to be sporadic, we can be sporadic. You know what I'm saying? But so I actually want to start. You good if I start with this one, T?
Go for it.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right. So I want to start with this one because I actually put out a couple posts about it, and it was OCS versus boot camp. And what do I mean by that? I mean, for those that were candidates and recruits, what was your experience like? And those of you that were drill instructors and sergeant instructors, what do you believe are the differences in your experiences with that? So until we get someone to drop any type of response or question in, we're going to kind of freestyle. Like I said, drop your responses down. Any questions you guys got, make sure it goes in the chat. You trying to start? Okay.
What's the differences?
Right. Like, what do you feel like are the differences between the two, good or bad?
So, I mean, they get camp stools? No, I'm not even gonna go there. But no, I think, like I said, I think it was the last show I said one of the biggest differences in recruit training versus OCS. Recruit training, you're getting somebody to, give you instant obedience to all orders, Freaking OCS, you're more so looking for that person to give the order, issue the order. So that's two different type of mindsets that you're pushing somebody into, and it's a lot of responsibility that you're putting on certain individuals. So I think we teach a lot more on leadership than fellowship at OCS, because that's what the officer does. They're out at the front.
I like that. I would say I want to hit on discipline, and I want to say, without giving away too much. So, hey, y'all ain't getting the whole shebang bang out here. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to experience it, you got to go do it. But I would say the way, obviously when you go to recruit training and you're a drill instructor, one of the tools for drill instructors is IT incentive training. And obviously, everybody in here probably for the most part have been through it, so you already understand what I mean. And, and that's obviously a way to fix a deficiency, right? They do something. I mean, you can find any type of reason as long as within the SOP. But as you go to OCS, it's obviously you can't do incentive training, but there's other ways between essays and just, chitting, and, it's more like that because there's certain things that are already expected of someone that's going toward officer candidate school than a recruit per se, because the way it works, for those of you that don't know, so if they're already in college and they're doing JROTC, they go after their junior year to OCS. So they do the full term after their junior year. That summer after their junior year, they go to OCS at that point. So they already have, typically they have 3 years already in the program of understanding like what that military life, a small simulation of military life. They do pre-OCS every year, depending on what school you go to. So not only do they have that, but then they go to OCS after their junior year, after 3 years of being acclimatized to the military. So I would say discipline.
Okay. I think I guess one of the, I think it's a plus. Somebody might say, no, that's messed up. Ooh, but they get weekends off.
Oh, no, hey.
Wait. Oh, it's bad? Because guess what? When they got weekends off, guess who else got weekends off?
I'm sorry. I'm tripping. I fixed myself as I was, right?
Hey, you argue over that until you be the one running up and down, putting in freaking 23 miles on the first couple of days, like 20 something miles walking. Not walking, but like really moving really, really fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of walking. Yes, I rate my weekends. Yes, please. Please, sir.
Oh my gosh. All right. So I would say, so Richard Palacio says, OCS, you're building that critical thinker, and bootcamp to learn how to follow. So kind of like what you were saying before, 1, you're building a leader. 2, for boot camp, if you get a leader out of it, that would be great, but it's more of the whole, can you follow directions and do what you're told? So yeah, I like that.
Oh, Chris Lopez over here getting it in again. Chris want to know, do we mess with the enlisted, the prior enlisted when they come to OCS? Nah.
You gonna get that word? What you mean?
Everybody, a candidate is a candidate is a candidate. Everybody gets equal love.
Hey, just for you saying that, you get one of these.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on, Chris Lopez. You gonna get that word. You trying to go or not?
Even spread.
Hey, he's trying to test the waters out real quick. Like the waters that you got in the background right there. He's trying to see if he can sink or swim already.
Oh, he gonna do it, and I love him for it. He gonna do it.
Yo, that's funny. So we also got James Young Kim. Oh, excuse me. Brian O'Toole said OCS is education, RTR is training. That is that's a great way of putting it, because I would say during recruit training, the schedule is full. What did he say it was? It was training. So the schedule is full, but nowhere near like OCS is. So obviously OCS is condensed, depending on where you're at. So you have a 6-week and a 10-week, or you have 2 6 weeks, depending on, which route that you actually go through. But there's always like holes in the schedule, and everything you do in recruit training is training, from standing outside in the chow hall from how you get into the classroom. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can't even eat in peace. You know what I'm saying? You got to do some type of Diddy walk. No, get back. Hey, hold on. Let me calm down. But everything is training. There's a reason for everything. Not that the OCS isn't, but like you said, OCS is definitely based a lot upon graduation requirements, and a lot of like they're always in the classroom. So yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Who was that? Brian O'Toole. So thank you very much for that.
What you think? What do you think? Anything that you could find?
Was that for topics?
When did you come down there? Were you there in 16?
I was there in 17.
17? So we were past cracker time, but that's a whole nother something. You were there for the PMPs though.
Oh no, I was there for the PMPs.
Yeah, you was there
Yo, and there you go. There's a difference right there. So do you want to talk about that?
So, but I don't know if boot camp is due, because you remember like when we were hats, we started using the freaking Cliff bars and the Luna bars. Well, at OCS now they're utilizing the PMP packs. So it's pretty much a little tray with a fruit cup, a juice, a cereal, granola bar. Yeah, and this is something that they can eat before going out to PT, just due to when the chow hall opens, because in the summertime I think they eat after PT, and then in the fall and winter they eat before they go to PT. So in that PMP tray is supposed to help them, break the fast, because that's what breakfast is. You're breaking the fast, so that way they have some energy to go ahead and push through. And if they eat before, they get one after, so that way they still got energy to continue on, go through the classes. They're not sleeping. So my question is to anybody out there that's watching, that's a prior hat, are the depots doing something like that right now? Because I know a lot of the stuff that we do at OCS, RTR is looking at stuff.
That's a great point, and that's definitely very well put. So James Young Kim says another comparison: Series Commander versus OCS Platoon Commander. Okay. So, did you want me to hit that, or do you you good if I get that?
Yeah.
So I would compare the OCS. For OCS Platoon Commander is more of the senior drill instructor. If you were comparing to actual recruit training. Then you have the sergeant instructor will just be the green belts, and then you have the platoon sergeant, which is going to be like the J or the heavy, depending on, what coach you're on. Mm-hmm. And I would say for the series commander, so I know as I was starting to leave the depot and I left in early 2014, officers started to become more involved than they've ever been. From company commanders were walking decks at night, and it was, they were heavily involved. But the series commander, our series commander kind of gave us a lot more leeway. So I would almost compare a series commander to possibly I want to say either a chief or the company command, or maybe the XO, maybe like our XO at OCS versus like as a series commander would be on the depot. I
don't think you can compare the two like that. Because
I know it's a little bit of a reach, but
I think series commanders they're more like the this is an officer,
right?
It gives them an introduction to this is what an officer looks like. This is what that rank looks like. At OCS, that's who you're trying to become,
right?
So of course, that person has to be more in the forefront and has to be more involved with you, because that's who you're trying to be. You know what I'm saying? At recruit training, they're not trying to be an officer. Therefore, there's no need to put them so far up in the front. You're trying to be like that sergeant, that motivated sergeant running up and down, freaking giving those orders and blasting. You're trying to emulate those Marines, those enlisted Marines that are on that team.
Facts.
And OCS, OCS also gives a freaking that first view of a staff NCO officer relationship. So that's where your sergeant instructor and your platoon sergeant comes into play with that platoon commander. It's giving you that view. This is what an officer and staff NCO relationship looks like, should look like, and how you should work together as a team to get the mission accomplished.
Absolutely. That's a great point. Hey, as you can see by the looks in my face, I knew I was reaching when I said XO, but I was trying to pick somebody. You know what I'm saying? If I had to compare it to absolutely somebody, but you know, you're right. It's absolutely hard to actually pick who it would be for that. So here we go. So we got Richard Palacio said Libo. So I'm assuming that he's kind of commenting on what was going on earlier. I would say the first time that recruits get any liberty, technically you could say during Marine Week because technically you could say during Team Week where they get to wander around the base. It's not really liberty though, but they just get more leeway to kind of wander around. Then you could say Visitors Thursday or Marine Week, depending, because Visitors Thursday, obviously you're allowed to go get junk food and stuff, and you know, and visit like the PXs on your own. During Marine Week, you can do it, but you're still kind of controlled when you do it. Visitors Thursday, you got your family, you know, you got your, you know, your loved ones and all that stuff coming to visit you. You just can't leave base. And then for OCS, I think it's after like week 3, maybe on a 6-weeker. After week 3, it's like after the 9-mile hike, right? Typically, is it after 9-mile hike they get liberty?
After the 9-mile.
When do they get?
9 mile is at the end, boss.
Well, it depends on
like 3 and 4.
Yeah, it's like after like week 3. 9 miles not the end, is it?
Week 3. It's not the 9-mile hike though. I know that ain't then.
9 miles like week 4.
Bro.
we gonna have to look that one up because I might have to win this one. But nah, T was over there. She was stationed over there putting in work, boots to the ground.
I know what all them hikes win.
But the candidates do get liberty. They get to go out base, and it's their evaluation period, and they get evaluated on how they conduct liberty. That's like, but the only thing I really hated about that is like when I would go out in town, sometimes seeing the candidates, and then like when they had their first time when they're just posted up with their headphones and the camp stools right there by the barracks. Boy, it hit different when you in training mode. That's all I'm gonna say. You got any comments on your side?
Yeah, one of my recruits told me, old Tisha, she told me today was Black Friday 10 years ago. So I guess this is 10 years ago from when I freaking picked up this platoon. Woo.
Get money.
I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad. You'd be like 10 years. God damn, that's a whole decade, my dude.
Hey, that's why you got your glasses on, huh?
That's a whole decade.
Just playing.
I've been looking at them and I'm like, you know, it amazes me because it's awesome when you see, you know, your recruits, you know, they grow up. You want to say it because it is what it is. They grow up in the Marine Corps. And like I got recruits now that are on the depot that are hats. You know, that are recruiters. And it's like, God, like the cycle just, it continues. It keeps going. And, you know, I'm just, every day I see stuff like that, it's like, all right, it makes it a little bit easier to let it go when the time comes. But I still know when that day comes, it's going to be, I'm going to have to probably wear some of these shades over there because, you know what I'm saying, y'all ain't going to catch your girl slipping.
You gonna catch me slipping. Let's see. So Brian O'Toole says, then they meet in the fleet and it just works. The lieutenant can PT their butt off and have the basic tactics from TBS, IOC, and the NCO just knows what's up. Pretty good system. That's absolutely right. When you have like a good duo, I mean, because listen, not every duo is the same. Not every platoon commander, staff NCO to NCO relationship, not all of it kind of meshes the same. You know, you have different dynamics. Some people like to be more involved in this. Some people like to be more involved in that. But you're absolutely right. The concept is definitely very well put together. The execution isn't always the same amongst everywhere, but the concept is absolutely a great structure for it.
But I mean, we maintain that basic foundation. Just like I said, I don't care if you went from West Coast, East Coast, OCS, Naval Academy. At the end of the day, that name tape say Marine, and we all act accordingly.
Wow.
You know? So that's the beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. The product stays the same.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Richard Palacios also says drill to instill discipline in boot camp and drill at OCS to know the fundamentals. And that's an absolute point too. And I was actually explaining that before, to where when you're in recruit training, you're drilling everywhere all the time, from forming to graduation. You're doing drill formations, motor run, all that type of stuff. Going to classroom to get backs. Hey, when you go to OC, ain't too many get backs. You know what I'm saying? You gotta master that schedule to find time to drill in there. Now, you know, as I left, they were actually doing more drill evaluation periods, but it's not a graduation requirement, as you know. It's not as heavily weighed as, to me, in OCS as it is in recruit training. So that's a great point. That's an absolutely great point.
I think, yeah, and at OCS it also challenges the hat, because pickup week at recruit training, you're just trying to get these suckers to understand position of attention, turn left, turn right. Right. OCS, by the time we make it from Yeckle Hall to Bobo, we already hitting we hitting column of files. I need y'all to pick this up. Right. we already doing movements and whatnot, flanks and obliques. We already hitting that. If you ain't, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
Oh, you gotta love it. Well, I think most of the time though, you also had the ROTC.
Yeah.
And the ones that you have that do was it PLC?
Yeah.
The ones that do the 2 6 weeks, you know, they've already been there before when you're doing seniors. So they've already done a whole.
Just like we say, like the schedules though is so packed. It's so much we have to do. And shout out to anybody out there, my OCS family. Shout out to those of you that did 6-week cycles, because I'm here to tell you that 6-week that 6-week cycle ain't no joke. She don't come to play around. 6 weeks takes off, and it's you gone for 6 weeks, and then turn around and pick up the next crew the next weekend. Get out of here. Big ups to y'all. Big ups.
They be getting you with that. So we got Timmy Jack in the building. My boy Tim, appreciate he's a lieutenant now. Richard Palacios like Bobo. Now, so Brian O'Toole was saying 10 cycle drill instructor from 99 to 2002. Hey, shout out to you, sir. Shout out to you, sir. We appreciate those that came before us. We're always showing love and shouting out. Pretty solid idea with the breakfast before PT. We had 0550 hatch times and 0630 PT. It was fun at the time, but not optimal for developing physical fitness. Yep. Series commanders were placed on the depots for enlisted supervision after the Ribbon Creek incident on Parris Island.
Yep.
Hey, I knew there was a reason we was better than the East Coast. No, I just like, come on now. Hey, you know I got love for the East. Come on, baby.
Wow.
It's all good. Y'all messed it up. We fixed it. We got y'all though. We got y'all. But that's a great point though, because
hey, cut the camera. Cut the camera.
My fault, fam.
He getting out of pocket now. He getting out of pocket.
I'm about to get the lumps. Because I remember my uncle talking about that. He was a drill instructor. I forgot what year. I think it was in like the 70s, maybe, maybe or 80s. I think 70s or 80s. And he was telling me about that story. But I didn't know that the series commanders weren't around at that point though. No, I didn't know that.
So it was just a hat. He was going through what hats go through. You know what I'm saying? But he was going through it a little bit more and taking it out on the recruits. You know, and then the backlash he was getting from other hats, like, damn, they don't listen to you, they don't pay attention, and you know that hypes a hat up. To this day, if you walk around your battalion or wherever you at and you see a hat and they start talking to you and you do this, what'd you say? I take that as so much offense. Because you just told me off rip, I have no volume. You know what I'm saying? And you just, you want to show that you are who that, you know, you don't, some people become the belt and cover. And I think that's what happened to him. He became the belt and cover and, you know, not relying on the leadership skills that got him to the rank that he was. And he marched his platoon into a freaking creek. And the riptide was high that day, and it took some of them away, killed them. And he had to say he saved some of them. So, you know, and that's the whole Ribbon Creek thing. Ribbon Creek is behind the rifle range. So, you know, and that is a subject that gets taught over at DI school. Don't know if they still teach it. I'm pretty sure that they do, because it's an important story. You know, be true to you. Don't let nobody hype your head and stuff like that. Don't let people get to you, or the situation get to you, or the belt and cover. Be true to you.
That's an absolute great point, because that it's very easy, you know. So on the West Coast, they don't teach us about Ribbon Creek, but what they do teach us about is the Stanford Experiment.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah.
For those of you that aren't familiar with the Stanford Experiment, I'm sure I'm going to butcher this a little bit, but it kind of correlates to being on the drill field, because they took some Stanford students, and some of them were prison guards and some of them were prisoners, and they put like a red light that was up on the wall, and they said if that red light hits, then nobody's getting paid and everybody has to go home. So if somebody taps out and quits, the light will come on. If you break some of the rules that they have, the light will come on. Well, what happened was one of the prison guards did something and like put one of the prisoners in line, and they looked up and that light didn't go off. So they're like, all right, let me see what else I can get away with. And then they just let the whole concept, they started wearing sunshades to where you couldn't see their eyes. So that's one of the reasons why as a drill instructor, they don't want you wearing sunshades to cover your eyes, because what ends up happening, just, you know, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but what ends up happening is like you start to feel like you're I guess bigger than being human. Like it's like you dehumanize, they don't want us dehumanizing the recruits. And that's what they were doing in that experiment. They were dehumanizing the actual prisoners from beating.
It was a roll on authorities.
Right. And the way it correlates is what T was saying was, and this is not a shot to drill instructors, so please you guys don't get your stuff in a bunch, all right? I love drill instructors. I was a drill instructor. She was. But some people, when they put that belt and cover on, be tripping. You know what I'm saying? Be tripping. And that's why we get taught that whole case study, is because they want to tell people to be aware of it before it actually happens. And that way you can actually see signs of it actually happening and fix it before it gets bad. So
yeah, I get a lot of, you know, young Marines, young sergeants come up to me and they ask me, you know, or they let me know, hey Gunny, I'm putting in my package for drill instructor. You got any advice? I'll tell them the first thing I always tell them is, don't become the belt and cover. It's only so long you can hide behind that, because after a while, your true self is going to come to light. Freaking, and those recruits, they going to point you out. They going to figure whether you real or whether you just playing a role. So don't even try it. Be the leader that you are. Utilize that with, you know, mix that with the training that they give you at DI school. Mix the leader that you are and become an awesome freaking drill instructor. You know, you don't have to do nothing stupid or crazy. So
absolutely, I love that. That's a great point. And not to keep harping on the whole drill instructor thing, but like there's definitely a lot of pressure, like T was saying earlier, especially from your peers. And it's like the fear of the unknown, and I don't want to get blackballed, or I don't want to mess up because I don't want to get, you know, skylighted. So I'm going to do this, or this guy's doing that, so I'm trying to one up him, because, you know, by the nature, typically Marines are constantly trying to be at that next level and outdo the next one. So where were we at? Okay. So were you talking about Elizabeth Luskin? She says, what up, 10 years. Was that the one that you were talking about earlier?
No, that's somebody else. That's a whole nother one. That's another one of mine.
Okay, well, Elizabeth Luskin, 10 years. Hey. Everybody, it's like a reunion in this piece. Richard Palacio said juniors. I never did juniors. Did you?
Yes, I did juniors and seniors.
What do you think of juniors?
So
stressful.
So the difference between, and so when we're saying juniors and seniors, this is the 6-week program for OCS. So you come in first for your first 6 weeks as a junior. I think that's your freshman or sophomore year of college, and then they take a break and then they come back before they actually graduate.
Right.
So juniors come in. Juniors are still buying into the program. They haven't fully said, I want to be an officer. I don't think they haven't bought in all the way, because when they graduate, they receive a leadership because it's the platoon leadership course. That's what the PLC stands for. Yep. So they receive a leadership course certificate. Now they could take that certificate and they can go off to a job and be like, hey, I went to a Marine Corps, platoon leadership course, and that's all they came there for. So juniors are still buying in. They're not quite certain if this is exactly what they want to do. But them seniors, them the ones, they are like, yes, they came to juniors, they saw what it was about, and they came back and they said, this is exactly what I want. This is exactly who I want to be and the organization that I want to be a part of. So juniors, it's like, you have to have patience. Not going to lie. You got to have patience, and you yourself got to be that recruiter, and you have to sell, this is what you're buying into. This is what we are, who we are and what we do.
Right.
Seniors, nah. Them some go-getters. You freaking.
How you gonna get this work?
Oh shit. They give it to you. They come out the gate like freaking wild horses. They get it. They're bought in. They're there. And I'm like, you love them because the passion and the hunger and the drive for what's at the end is so strong. Mm-hmm. It's worth you getting to that 6 weeks. So
absolutely. I never got a chance to do juniors, obviously, because typically those that are AMOIs they stick to the seniors curriculum because we already teach the juniors throughout the school. So Venegas is in. Appreciate you stopping by. He was one of my recruits as well, and he ended up being one of my Corporal's Course sergeants when I was the chief over there. So that was awesome. He was the lead instructor there. Great, and he recently got out. So Brian O'Toole says, Ribbon Creek, the hat was drunk and marches recruits platoon through Ribbon Creek and it killed one. Mm-hmm. Richard Palacios, the difference between boot camp to OCS is that candidates eat pizza in the head. Either you dry snitching
you don't
or
do it like that. I think he is.
Yo, that's crazy.
Wow.
So
Thanks,
Brian O'Toole said his court martial brought Chesty back to testify. Yo, my dogs are in here going ham right now. They need to quit tripping. Quit tripping.
My dog got discipline.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she right there. She quiet.
Yeah, for now.
Quiet. You know what the deal is.
For now. So I know we kind of focus this session because it's so easy to go off on a tangent, especially about stuff that we've all done. Anytime you get drill instructors talking about drill instructor stuff, the stories come out. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to do is I want to talk about, unless you have something specific, T, let me know. But I want to talk about what you guys are doing and like what other options there are to, being in the military and being an entrepreneur. So if you guys have any ideas or any questions that you want to ask, or if you want to add to this conversation, drop it down in the chat. I want to talk about a few different options that you guys have as being veterans and becoming an entrepreneur that, especially during this COVID time where people think, I can't do this because of this, or, I can't do the things that I want to do. I want to go over a few things that you can do being in the military and being a veteran that you can do to earn some extra cash and whatnot. So you want to start this one off? Or do you have any shout outs before we do?
I want to be able to shout out to my homie from way back when. We go way back like 2 flats on a Cadillac. That's my boy, my brother, Samuel Polo Thomas. So just want to give a shout out to him real quick.
Hello.
That was my get in trouble buddy from Lance Corporal up.
A good thing y'all separated then, huh?
Yes, it is.
Yo, Richard Palacio said, hey, much love to both of you. I appreciate you. Hey, and we appreciate you back, brother, man. Hey, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming out here. And it's a pleasure for us to be able to speak about the comments that you put into the chat. So thank you for participating. So I would say the first one that you see commonly for people like, kind of like us, I mean, the whole thing, Ask a Vet, but, we also tie into the entrepreneurial realm is T-shirts. And, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, this is the first one, the logo, tight elbows. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. I mean, and you can Google all of them. I'll give you a couple of them. I know you can do Teespring, you can do Shopify. You know, I mean, like I said, you can Google it and kind of go over like the different ones that you can do. Find out what best suits you. I would say the most common one is probably Shopify because the customization is you can do a lot of customization with it. You can add apps to your store and you can actually get different clothing items from different places. You just gotta mess around with the apps that you need to attach to your store. There's so much customization you can do with it. You can, like I said, you can get your own domain with it. And you can go to I think I went to GoDaddy.com to get my own domain, veteraninfluencers.com. And right now it's Teespring/veteraninfluencers. And it will actually link it link your account to that site. Different things from, you know what I'm saying, mugs. You know what I'm saying? I know T got that mug. Where that mug at, T? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That face now.
Okay.
And I actually just posted on my social media today that I have a new design that's in the works. So I appreciate you guys, saying go out there, support that if you can. And just know, like I said, the majority of the money that I individually make, and I know that team individually makes, goes back toward the brand. And the more that we're able to obtain from that, we get to help push out with other ideas and purchase more stuff to actually benefit you guys as the veteran community. So we're always looking out. You want to go over a couple different entrepreneurial things that you can do? I went over t-shirts.
Well, I think the biggest thing is you got to find what you enjoy. Because it's not going to be an easy road in doing it. And, the hardest part, I think, is getting started. Because you think everybody thinks that, oh, I need this, I need this, I need that. And when I was starting mine, I spoke to a friend and I was like, hey, how did you do yours? And matter of fact, it was Chief Officer Corsino.
Okay.
With his clothing line amongst kings and queens. And I asked, how did you do it? What did you do? How did you get started? Did you do this? Did you do? He was like, Moody, just do it. Just start. Just start. You know what I'm saying? There's no right or wrong way to get things going. Freaking, it's how you want to do it. I could talk to somebody all day and be like, how did you start yours? And they'll tell me this long drawn out, well, at first I did this and I tried and it doesn't work for me. So you just got to push yourself out there, find what you like to do and push yourself. And then one thing, once you start doing it, just understand that whatever you're trying to do, it can spider web into a jillion and one things. It's on you, the creator, to keep it in a tight little bubble and kind of perfect your area before you spread out into other things. Because if you get too overwhelmed, freaking it'll take away from what you originally thought you were going to do. So I found myself doing that. I got overwhelmed in the beginning and I started going in a way that wasn't for the way that I wanted it to go. But now that I was able to freaking bring it in and focus on what I really wanted, now I'm doing, Tight Elbows is doing what it wants to do, what it's supposed to do. And that's the custom work, the bulk orders, for those organizations, the teams. That's who I really wanted to appeal to. I didn't want to create my own clothing line. Yeah, I have my own t-shirts, but that's just, it'll always be just that basic shirt. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what I do. I'm not making jeans. I'm not designing dresses. That's not making jeans. Yeah, that's not the freaking world that Tight Elbows lives in. The world that I live in, that Tight Elbow lives in, is custom work, bulk custom work. You know what I'm saying? I love to help people with their dreams. You're starting a business, you need a uniform. Uniform brings a business together. So, hey, a t-shirt with your logo and all your workers wearing it, that brings your team together. It makes things look more real. I want to be a part of that dream. So I took that and I put it to a shirt. And that's what I like to do. So you find what you like to do, get started, just do it. And, you know, there's going to be some naysayers. They're going to be out. The haters going to be out there.
Absolutely.
Haters going to be out there. They're going to be mad. But the thing that I could tell you is when somebody telling you, oh, you should do it like this, you should do it like that, you sit back and ask them, so how do you do it with your business? Oh, wait, no? Oh, no, you don't have one? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. You know, it's a great point that you actually brought up. Somebody actually in the chat, Kirk Wayne Thompson, he said, build your brand. And that's a great point. So I know it seems like I kind of skipped over that whole concept. There's obviously levels to this rap stuff. No, I'm sorry. There's obviously levels to how you get to a point to where you're just putting shirts out, because if people don't know what the shirt represents, doesn't know what the logo represents, they're like, oh, cool, I'm just buying a picture. Like, what does it mean?
Exactly.
Like what does it represent? And I know that T did a lot of promoting and creating her brand prior to putting her shirt out. And I feel like I did the same thing with my logo. I had this logo for over a year before I decided to monetize any part of it, had my YouTube channel and everything. So what I would suggest I would come up with some ideas, start thinking of some things, do a little bit of research, watch some YouTube videos, how to, when to, best way to, top 5 to, all those things, search and connect yourself to a veteran group on Facebook. Get on there, like start searching. Like I know Vetrepreneur Tribe is a great one. Military entrepreneurs, veteran to million. I think it's veteran to millionaire or military to millionaire or something like that. You know, those are all ones that relate to being in the military or being a veteran and trying to do something outside of what makes them a veteran. So connect yourself to a group and start asking questions. Do your own research. Ask questions. Do your own research until you find that thing that sticks. And like T said, just start. If you look at the majority of people, whether it's on YouTube or entrepreneurs, they're going to always tell you, you're not going to be ready fully. Don't wait till you're 100% ready and just start.
Yep. My boy Carry-On said, that's why you should foster your strengths in the military. And that's true. Because a lot of your strengths are what you like to do.
Right.
You know? It's what you like to do, and you figure that stuff out, and it carries over. So I totally agree. Totally agree.
No, that's awesome. That's an awesome point. You know, some people say follow your dreams, but if you like something that Gary Vee said that sticks with me, he says, following your dreams is cool, but it's not guaranteed that you're gonna, make it. How far you're gonna make it. But if you follow your efforts. Whether it's necessarily your dream or not, but you're going to put forth the work to it. You can be following your dreams and not putting forth that much effort. You're not going to go anywhere. But if you follow your efforts where you're going to put that work in, you're more likely to make it a little bit further. So at least in my opinion. Yeah. So Brian O'Toole says, you guys should tap into the Military Fresh Network. I follow Top Gomez, who owns MSTANY. Google it. You will increase your network tenfold. Great interview you guys got going on. Hey, we appreciate. Hey, shout out to you, Brian O'Toole. Shout out. We definitely appreciate you for that, and believe me, we're actually in the works of doing that. I've already spoken to the Military Fresh Network. We actually had somebody that was on the show last week, the Military Fresh Fitness, or excuse me, military. Was it military? What was it? Military Fresh. What's Kadim's?
No, that's Semper Fresh.
Semper Fresh. I'm tripping. Okay, she said military. Okay, I'm sorry. I get those confused sometimes. Sorry about that. They got their own movement as well, but the Military Fresh Fitness, I definitely spoke to the guy already. Had about a 30-minute conversation, and we're definitely in the works of trying to get it to that point. So, hey, believe me, we got some big moves in the near future.
Oh yeah. But,
But hey, we definitely appreciate you guys coming out. It's about that time, for us to do our little closing statement. So we
wrap it up, B.
Yeah, wrap that thing up.
I think this is the first show we actually stuck to the timeline. So
That's how you gonna do it? Come on, man. No, I was kidding.
But sometimes we get caught up, we get wrapped up, and we gotta understand, we gotta stick to it. It's something y'all gotta understand too. It's things that we're learning. And we hear you when y'all tell us, hey, we think you should try this. We hear you. We hear it. Trust me. After the freaking show goes off the live feed, we're giving each other critiques. Okay, hey, I think we could have done this, da 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 da. So, you know, bear with us. But we're getting there. We want to get to that level. It's the hunger, it's the drive that we both have. And we're going to get there, and we're going to take all of y'all with us. You're coming to the next show. Come on, baby.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to that. Hey, so Jeremy Bland said, Tamara, what's up?
Oh, Blandeezy. Blandino.
Anthony Washington says, second was Sar Major. Oh, that's Sar Major? Okay. I'm just calling by first name basis. You know what I'm saying? I guess we boys or something. But a couple things that we want to leave you guys with. Like, once again, we want to let you know what's coming up in the near future, and we want to kind of, you know, promote what we got as well. So, like we said, in the next week, we have Ask a Recruiter. So, hey, let's get the hype going forward. We appreciate the showing. This was the very first week that we actually streamed on Ask a Vet, vice our personal ones. So the showing, because of you guys, we are very close to our 500 mark. The original goal was to hit 500 by the end of this week. We are very close, and in 4 days, we almost have that. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment to you guys, so thank you so much for that. So next week, like I said, we have Ask a Recruiter. So if you guys can share this out, please, I'm telling you, I want to wait until we get a little bit higher of a share feed, and I'm going to donate so much per share. So share the hell out of this feed, please. When we're on our posts throughout the week and our snippets, share it out, push it out to as many people. We're going to be doing that, advertising, all that good stuff as well. We're trying to build our viewership up to ultimately benefit you guys. Like next week, we'll have sponsors. You know, we'll have an official sponsor for that. So, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want to be a sponsor, all you have to do is email us at askavet1775@gmail.com or send one of us an actual DM message. Let us know that you're interested, and we'll give you a little bit more of the details for that. Once again, we also have our Operation Give Back that we're going to be doing. You're going to be seeing a lot more. You're going to be seeing some designs on the internet. You're going to start seeing us wear it during the actual shows. The shirt is amazing. The concept is amazing because we're giving back to a particular veteran, and we're going to continue to do these Operation Give Backs in different forms, different designs, and it's designed to help out the veteran community because we want to help each other from within. So the more you guys help us to help them, the bigger we can expand this, the more viewers we get, the more followers we get on our social media as well. So please, please, please continue to support. Tag some people that you think will be interested in supporting as well. And let's build this from the ground up. And you have anything you want to say before I'm going to start going over actual merch?
Just for next week, the guest, let me tell you, I'm going to let you know. I ain't going to tell them who it is. Okay. I'm not going to say who. But the guest we got for next week, hey, on point. All right? On point. I'm not even going to lie. One of them, I'm very excited to have this person on the show, and I cannot wait for the energy that they're going to bring. It's out of control. So I'm so excited. He knows about it because I was like, man, I hope they say yes. I hope they say yes. And they did. And I'm sitting over here, you know, fangirling and whatnot. But you see these people, and I think everybody has like a community, and we build it. And you don't understand how many people you affect and how many people are seeing and watching you. And, you know, watch this person, true motivator. Freaking can't wait to see, you know, everybody else and how we all gel together for next week's show. My boy Sam say we all know recruiters do it best. That's debatable. But hey, one team, one fight, you know? Yeah. Teamwork make the dream work.
Now it's kidding.
Nah, I'm good, baby. Hey, it's been a great show. Just coming on here just to kick it with y'all where it's just us. Freaking next week we got the guests. Hey, keep it rolling. Keep it going. Absolutely. Like I said, you guys, this is my original one. I just came out with another one today. It's posted on my social media. It's amazing. It's a new reflection art that I have. The design is awesome. From hoodies, shirts, spandex pants, coffee mug, face mask, got it all. All you got to do is go to Teespring and just go to Veteran Influencers, and you'll see it on there. I know you guys will like it. Like I said,
myself and T, we take a portion of our proceeds and we put it back into the business, whether it's through the Operation Give Back or our own personal stuff to make sure, you know, so that we're able to give back to all of you guys. So please support. Obviously, same thing with Tight Elbows. If you guys are interested in any custom work, you know what I'm saying? Look at that hat. Oh, that thing's smooth.
Custom.
Fresh to death. Oh,
when I say veteran owned and done, this vet does it all. Okay?
All of it.
Does it all. You want your dream on a shirt? Let me know. Holla at your girl.
So if you guys need any custom work, make sure you guys go to Tight Elbows 1775 on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and if you want to stop by Veteran Influencers as well, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Both on Instagram and on Facebook, Veteran Influencers, and on Instagram, Veteran_Influencers. YouTube channel, Veteran_Influencers. Show some love. That's where we actually put our Ask a Vet full videos on Veteran_Influencers on YouTube. Let's continue to build those numbers up. There's certain milestones in YouTube that once we get to it, we can do more things with the channel. So we're going to continue to go live on there, and continue to do big things for you guys. So let me see. Brian O'Toole, until we have to draft mofos. Without recruiters, drill instructors don't have a job. Prove me wrong.
I already see. You know what I'm saying? Next week about to be on it, but I can see this stuff is about to light up. I already know.
And they're going to outnumber us.
You know what?
Hey, forget y'all. No, like I said, please contact us if you want to sponsor. This is honestly, so we pay for editing, we pay for certain things throughout this. That's the money right there between donations, sponsors, and our merch. We use that to help to pay for the editing, to pay for certain things that we try to do, like I said, for you guys, to make it more entertaining, so on and so forth. So please, if you know someone or if you want to sponsor or if you want to donate, askavet1775@gmail.com. Drop us a letter. Well, you know what I'm saying? We'll go through it and we'll let you know what the what the ins and outs be. But we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Remember, next week we're officially on the Ask a Vet Ask a Vet Facebook now. So hey, it's the only place we're gonna be doing it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys are here and tune in next week, Friday nights, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. We love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And if you want to be a top fan, comment, share, interact with the, with other people inside the chat. You know what I'm saying? That's how you become a top fan. And we'll definitely give you guys a shout out as well. And then we'll always do shout outs to those that support throughout the week. So
we might have to get a top fan.
You got anything else? You got anything else you want to say to you?
I said we might have to start giving out some little swag to the top fans, some incentive.
Oops, wrong button. My bad.
Get the buttons right.
Yeah, you guys have been great, man. We appreciate the love. Hey, let's keep getting these numbers up. Next week, let's get these numbers up. You know what I'm saying? So next time, we love you guys, and we'll put some content for you guys throughout the week. All right?